Good afternoon. We want to welcome you to the podcast, Let's Be Frank with Dr. Lloyd. We are any time wasted today. We are hosting the a group called the United Pentecostal Brethren in the United States or in the Americas. And we'll be discussing the organization and also discussing the upcoming silver jubilee of the Bishop, Dr. Stephen T. BENDA. Now we have in studio Brother Amadoko, who is the acting chairman, and just bring it on, who is the acting chairman for this group. And we are going to go strictly into what we're here for. Brother Cole, welcome.
Yes, sir. Dr. Law, how you doing? You hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you clear,
Oh, okay.
loud and clear. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining. And let us go. Can you introduce yourself first, and then we can go on from there?
Well, my name is Amadoko. I live in Dallas, Fort Worth. Specifically, I live in the HEB area, Bedford, the city. Uh, I'm a family man and also a member of the United Pentecostal Church in Liberia. I have lived here for over a decade now, and pretty much just a brief information about Amadou Cole.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Yeah, let us go straight into it quickly. What is the United Pentecostal Brethren in the United States of America all about?
Oh well,
How it
thank
came
you.
about? And can you please give us a brief history? Because I think someone told me you were once a SINKOR UPC diaspora group before.
Great.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead. Tell me what the
exactly.
change of name and just go ahead and tell us what the change of name and what are you
Yeah.
about?
Thank you very much, uh, Pastor Lloyd, for having me on your show. Uh, the United Pentecostal Brethren in the United States of America, known as the UPBITHUSA, came about from a vision that gave birth to us supporting the SINKOR United Pentecostal Church of Liberia. Uh, the idea came about years back. When we came to the U.S. and other members came down to Brother Samuel Taylor, who lives in New Jersey. He called me one time. He said, "My man, we here, man. What help you think we can give to the church back home?" So we said, "Well, I told him, I said, well, anything. For me, I believe in supporting people." So he said, "Man, I will call a few other people we meet and discuss." So he called a few other persons. He called brother. He called Komasa. I don't know whether brother Hamilton was here at the time. He called Komasa and a few other people. If Hamilton wasn't there at the time, then he wasn't here. So we met, we discussed, and then we decided to support the church, but the methodology didn't really uh, go in line. It got stuck and it died down. So after a few years, I came back to the table. I said, I think we need to really reawaken this vision. So we begin to call brethren. I call Brother Hamilton. I remember we'll call you, we'll call other pastors in the US, senior pastors, members from SINKOR, and other UPC members. So we talked to them. That's how the group began to come together. Brother Bassett Jensen was called upon, Benny Mana from Haywood. So I said, my man, formulate the chat room. That's how it went about uh, creating the chat group, and we started from there. So it started from SINKOR. Members of SINKOR decided to really support the SINKOR United Pentecostal Church in Liberia. So in our weak ways, whatsoever need that arise, we have the ability, we help. Even if it went to the extent of COVID, when COVID hit the universe, we thought about our people, and we decided to at least rally and send support. I think you came with the idea. You say, you know what, but Amadu, why can't we send support for the people in Liberia, our brethren, so they can buy food? So well, that's a good idea. We send it through. People supported it, and that's how we've been moving. But then it came to a time, few members from within the group were not part of SINKOR, and they have really been supporting the vision. So we went to a meeting and said, well, Brother Amadou, some of us not from SINKOR, and we've been in the group, we've been support from the UPC, and we decided to stay support. So why can't we come together as a body and redefine ourselves? Instead of SINKOR, let's come together and become a holistic vision wherein we carry our vision towards the United Pentecostal Church. I say, you know what? It makes sense. That's true. Even though we're from SINKOR, but United Pentecostal Church is the umbrella. SINKOR is a subset. However, the day SINKOR have something they in need, those of us from there, when we see the need, we still support them. That's how the United Pentecostal church brethren in the United States came about. And that's how we're here today. UPBITHUSA, commonly known as the United Pentecostal Brethren in the United States of America. That's how this group came about. And if I can get you right, you asked what's the whole vision. If that answers your question, we were actually formulated for humanitarian assistance to help church, our brethren back home, because we from there, we know what it takes to be in Liberia. You're doing church work, the pastor, heading group of people, the economy poor, and you just name it. They need a lot of help from other people that are in the capacity to be able to help. So that's how we came about.
So thank you. So can you give us some of the plans of this group, what you guys intend to do, and also tell us how you guys intend to do it before we can come to the second aspect of this program?
Well, firstly, you have to be strong in order to help someone. So the formation, we decided to have a formally known by the federal government, that is go through the registration process, and is documented, wherein we have our 501c3 information, all of the documentation in place, and we begin to solicit funding. Our financial strength not only going to rely wholly and solely on members, we seek funding from other sources that are available. And then there are needs in Liberia that we could identify. Let's take, for instance, we say we want to, maybe there is a general conference. Maybe other people don't really see the importance of supporting the entire organization. Maybe there is a general conference. You say, you know what, UPBITHUSA are going to sponsor the conference for next year. We meet the superintendent there or the bishop to give us an information. I guess he have his structure set up. They gave us a budget that will run the entire activities. Now, UPBITHUSA have decided to support that aspect of their conference. So it will also help them to be able to spend money in other areas that they could not meet up with, other expenditure that they could not meet up with. They have some subsidy now coming in. So what other fees that the people should have been contributing, they can divert it to other developmental activities. That's why we are here. And as time goes by, it begins to improve. As the need be, we improve it. More funding comes, we improve our support to the church, not individual, is to the organization. Because we in the U.S., Brother Lloyd, Pastor Lloyd, to be specific, we see other institutions that are very supportive, other individuals that are very supportive when it comes to humanitarian assistance, when it comes to helping the needy. Those of us that God have blessed. With me, it's not just a thought, it's a vision that is embedded within me. That's why I always talk to people, let's do this, let's support. We see when we were there, like the Lutheran World Federation, the different institutions were there. The people, they didn't come from space. They are human like us. They come together with ideas that will help to move the institution forward. So that's the same idea we are driving. We are here today. Few years from now, we'll be out of the picture. We are having children. We try to build something so that our children will take it and continue to move with it for the next generation. It's not about us. It's about the future generation. When you go to Liberia, since you came, you've been back and forth, you know the condition of our people, you know how the gospel is preached in Liberia, the difficulties that people go through. You are aware. I haven't been by, so I can't tell you much about Liberia since I left. You would tell me, give me an insight with regards to some of the difficulties that pastors or other people that carry the gospel face with.
So, Brother Cole, and if I can get you right, what is wrong with all members from Liberia that once passed through the United Pentecostal Church of Liberia to put 1 or 2 or 3 containers full of atom? What is wrong with us putting our old clothes and our shoes and other stuff that we carry the goodwill and say, look, don't carry the goodwill any longer, just keep them, and we can get a container, stock it, and then send it back to our people. Like the way, again, as I said, you have a big dream. Like the way at a store used to do when you were in Liberia, come here, solicit people, they put stuff together, and then send it, and then people divide it. And then, what is wrong with us doing that as a ballet?
Thank you so much for bringing that up. Absolutely nothing terrible wrong with such an idea. Let's take, for instance, we are in winter season in the U.S. After 3-4 months, we're done with winter. The clothing our kids going to wear, we ourselves, the sweaters, the jackets and stuff, right after winter, most especially the kids from 0 to 18 years of age, they're not going to wear those clothes again. Once the winter is done with, they outgrow those clothes. So they're not coming back to next winter to wear those clothes. So there are materials that we are not using. And some of us not so much believe in garage sale and other stuff. I've done garage sale and a couple of times, but I don't believe in doing that. I have a lot of clothing here for my kids, stack up, even myself, my wife, and few other items we get from Aaron. They are stacked up. We don't really need them. To be frank, we don't need them. And every United Pentecostal Church member, he in the US here, have similar items. They have the same clothes, microwave. You just name those very items that they don't need. We can put those things together and ship it to Liberia. We have our people there. They need them. They are not bad items. Most of the clothing new. Like, take for instance, our kids, we from Africa, it's so sad. The kids we born here, when they go to school, we go pick them up. Sometimes they feel ashamed or identifying with our own African parents. So we buy some of the items, like my son. I went and bought him good shoes, leather. He said, Daddy, I don't like that. I like this other. So the new shoes here, those are items that we don't need. We're not going to use them. He will not use them. We send it to Liberia. Somebody there can use it. And there will be no missionary. I tell you this, Pastor Lloyd, there will be no missionary for overseas that will help Liberians other than Liberians ourselves, because we know the need of our people. We were there. We are Liberians. We will better help our people. The only thing is a collective effort. It's not about Pastor Lloyd Amaluko or Brother Hamilton Green or Sis Chris Kokapo. It's about the people. So when everyone grab that vision, I think we can do exploit. It's very simple to shape a continent from here to Liberia. I know people will say, oh, you know what? How will we shape it? It's very simple. If we're going to lower a continuum, Liberians here want to shape their things. So if we lower a continuum for the United Pentecostal Church, maybe I get a car there. I'm paying for that car fee now. That fees are paying with all those I'll be paying to shape later items come together to shape the continuum over there for religious organization as I think is duty free. So we can do that. Every year we can shape at least one or two continuum for our people. We can do it. It's not anything we help other people here that we don't know. What more about Liberians, the church that we come from? So I believe we can do more, because when we begin to do that, ideas will begin to come. There are people you know that I don't know, that relationship that you have built over the years since you've been here, that you can tap into to be of help to our institution. Once our vision is laid, it's made plain. The Bible talks about it. It is made plain. I believe people will support it and will move further. But I believe Liberians will do it better. Will help our people better than any other person that will go to it. They may do whatever they can, but we will do it more if we have the mind to do it.
So I think what you're saying is that I think the problem is us coming together. I think that's the reason why you try to change. The body try to change the name from just SINKOR to be holistic, where United Pentecostal. So all those that have passed through the wall of the United Pentecostal Church of Liberia that are here. But of course, do you know what it means if everybody will say, okay, but of course, send you the contact person. Can you rent a storage there? We're going to send you some stuff there, and everybody put it in the bags, mail it to you, and you pack those stuff. And one day, the people say, okay, we'll do it once a year or twice a year, and we all come together and say, okay, for the next 3 months.
I'm on a show, okay?
For the next 3 months, please make sure that you get all your stuff and ready, and then send it over to the Brother Cole, and then Brother Cole can be able to make sure that all those stuff are shipped, and we can put money together. What my thing is, I think coming together as a body. So those that feel it was only for SINKOR now, and we want to bring them on board. It's not only for SINKOR any longer. It's for the United Pentecostal Church, of Liberia. So again, another point. What is wrong with asking Bishop Bernard to look? What is the feeling? How much will it cost to feed the conference, the national conference for this year? And they come up with a budget, and then that budget will say, okay, the United Pentecostal Church brethren in the United States going to take care of the feeding for this convention. So feeding fees, you are taking out. We are going to take. What is wrong with all those stuff if we come together as a group to do them, to help our people back home?
I think is something that will help the church in Liberia. It's not an evil thing for us to come together to help. One thing when it comes to change, human being want change for the better. But when the change is about to take place, some people go against it. Coming together as national and begin to help the United Pentecostal Church, I think is a very brilliant idea is brilliant. That means we're going to affect every sector, not only one institution. Uh, Even with SINKOR, when the when we're sending support, there are other people that were not part of SINKOR that we assisted. They were not part of SINKOR. So if we were assisting those people that were not part of SINKOR, what's the big deal of us just say, you know what, United Pentecostal Church is going to be regulated, things going to be working smoothly, and it will be of a great help to the institution. It's not going to be a burden on just few people, because everyone coming together, and it's difficult for everybody to form part of it. That which I'm aware. Not everybody going to say, you know what, we support the idea. Other people will say, no, we don't agree. Which I'm aware. But those that will come together, we can do it until we begin to do it for other people to see how effective it is, the impact it is making. Other people love to see. When they see it, say, oh, I believe it, and we begin to move forward. But I don't see anything wrong with UPBITHUSA making an impact in Liberia. It's not an individual, it's an organization, it's an institution that coming together. And one thing with us, I would narrow it to Liberian, because other Africans involved with the same habit or so. We live in the United States of America. There were a few years back, there was a hurricane that took place in Houston. The entire country came together to support the affected population in Houston when it came to the flood at the time. That's one of the things I see in this great country that we find ourselves. When there is a need for support, they put aside Democrat, they put aside Republican, they put aside this church, that church. They come together as a unit, as a body to support, because it is about America. Why can't we emulate the style or the pattern, the type of behavior from these people? We live with them. We copy a lot of the things. We go back home, we flip, we're doing the opposite. I think it will help us. It will begin to emulate the lifestyle that make life better for our people. But for me personally, I'm not going to relent. If we can be 3, 4, or 5, we're going to still have the organization moving, and we do exploit. Those that will see it, that want to be part of it, well, they will come and then we'll move forward. It's not, like I said, an individual. It's about our people back home and the church.
And do you have a sub branch of this thing? Have you guys come up with any sub branch?
No,
for example, Indiana have a own branch, and then Texas have a own. Have you guys come up with anything like that?
No, not yet. First of all, we just passed. We just voted a few months ago to have it being national. Now, after Bishop Benda's Silver Jubilee, we get back to the U.S. We're talking about meeting. We're going to discuss, because we plan to have met in Minnesota. You remember when we designated Pastor Gayfla as a chairperson, but it didn't work out. So this time, I will volunteer to host it in Dallas. People come here. We have a weekend of meeting, a section where we discuss, we talk about, there is a brief layout of the Constitution, but everyone will come together and will bring bacon pieces put together. If we can't complete it, it's a working process. We begin from Dallas, Fort Worth area. We meet and we begin to work. Those that will come, we appreciate it. We start from there. Rome wasn't building one day. It took time, and as time goes by, we begin to effect it and we'll move forward. I believe that we can do better and we can do exploit if we only put our acts together.
Yeah, you know, some will be on the fence. They will say, we'll sit down and see how far this thing will go. So yeah, the few group that are waiting to work, And after the Silver Jubilee, which will come to not too long, and that gathering in Texas, where we will all come together, and then. But do we have a leadership structure? Do we have any leadership structure now?
Yeah,
No,
we have
no.
acting leaders that are spearheading activities. Right now, we have uh, the acting chairman, we have the financial secretary, we have the co-chair, we have Champlain. So far, but there's going to be a huge uh, 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 map of positions where people will, even if you want to work, it's up to you, because what we want to do is bigger than us. You talk about group in various states. We have not come up with charter yet, because it's important that we form charters, but it should be, I believe, it should be done decently when the organization is in full swing. When we should have met, we will begin to talk about charter. It can be done unknown to the body or the leadership. I think if that is being done, it is not right. It's not a good thing, because uh division, people, when people are divided, they never achieve the goal. That's some of the things that we need to do away with. It definitely, there will be charters, because I live in Dallas. I can walk from here to go Minnesota or Indiana to go have meeting. Uh, uh, Thankfully, we have the internet, we have Zoom and other app or other stuff that have meeting. However, we need local branches so that we can work smoothly. Every chapter will be able to coordinate things. You fall within the entire organization, you can be a president or a chairperson for maybe Indiana. You work with your people, you set your own structure, you work, but that doesn't mean that you are neutral. You form part of the organization, just a subset of that organization. And from there, we'll be able to expand in various states to get it bigger and move forward.
Leave this topic. How big you envisage this identical body to be? What's your idea about this thing?
Ah, it's big in terms of the impact. I'm not looking at the numerical value. I'm looking at the impact we're going to make in Liberia and among ourselves. So, how I think and do things and what I believe, uh, we are not to look at people work or effort to go in. Let's take, for instance, Pastor Lord, you are a preacher, right? Uh, when we begin to work, we come up with a structure that affect every sector of the institution of the church. The church does not only have pastor, they have various sector from within the church. You have business people, you have accounting, you have, because you're transacting money business, you're talking about people that will be hospitable to people in the church, hospitality. So we have various committee. So if you're good in being hospitable to people, you can be a chairperson of the hospitality committee, that department. So everything that we're going to be talking about, hosting people, feeding them, you're in charge of that area. You're going to submit a budget, will begin to work with that department to raise funding. You are a pastor. Maybe you say, you know what, Brother Cole, I just believe in mission. Okay, Pastor Lord, you're going to chair mission. You formulate your members for mission. You solicit funding. God gave everybody an idea. Everybody has a purpose on this face of the earth. So there are things that you are very much wired to do. Once you decide to go in that direction, you will make an impact and you will be very much effective in what you are doing. So that's how big it is. Some people say, you know what, I love car business. Okay, you're going to be to the automobile area. Everything that has to do with cars about this organization, you are in charge. those that love youth. That's how we're going to, it's not just going to be a petty stuff. That's why I said the vision is bigger than us. It will have a board. And I believe in people supporting work. So to serve on UPBITHUSA board is not a unilateral decision, but you will have to make some contribution to serve on that board. It's going to be, because we're talking about supporting the church in Liberia, right? If Amonica want to be on the board, if we come out and say, you know what, every board member of UPBITHUSA are going to pay at least $1,500 annually to serve on that board as a contribution. So if we have about 7 or 9 members of the board, when the board member pay just their due for being a board member, that you're talking about $10,000 to $12,000 in the cover of the organization, other department as well. So you're not just sitting down as a board member to just talk because your money there. So when you will talk good about the organization. So that's how big it's like.
And the good thing, it will be enough for profit, so you can write it off on your tax.
Yeah.
So any contribution you give, you can write it off on your tax, right?
Yes, sir.
So I think it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Okay. So any other thing you want to say concerning UPBITHUSA before we transition to the next topic?
Yeah. So like I said earlier, you know, people that I may not know, likewise me. So we're reaching out to other United Pentecostal church members that are not even in our chat room. By word of mouth, you could talk to them about the organization, and the need is not about an individual. You attend most of the meetings or so. So let's begin to sell it out there. There are people that are aware they have not made a move yet. However, it is an institution. You don't have to have everybody. We need everybody, but everybody may not come. That which we are aware of. So let's reach out to other people and see how best we can move forward.
So those are not part of this group yet. What do you have to say to them to get on board? Is there any special way they can get on board? How can they get on board?
Yeah, we encourage people. The way by which you can be a member is a registration fee. We started with a minimum at the time of $20 to register. That was SINKOR. But this has transcended. It has transitioned to UPBITHUSA. So the body will meet again and see how best we can reach out with fund with the yeah, we meet again and see how the registration process is going to be, since it has transitioned to an organization. So we encourage everybody to form part of it, even those that have not really settled down with the idea of going to the organization. I believe they should see the need and come over for us to work, because if I support SINKOR and you support Marinanta, Brother Hamilton Green support Crown Hill, it is UPC. So let's support UPC. The support will drain down from the superintendent. It go down to various churches. You have made an impact. You have touched everybody, like, because we can't get each and every member over their money or clothes or food. But when we say it's for the organization, they will be able to handle it the right way to affect the entire institution. So that's the idea. Is something that is very much good. Even the superintendent, I believe, he will appreciate it. Every pastor there will appreciate it. And one thing about leadership, the leadership for now will be changed at a certain time. In the next maybe 5, 10, 15 years, you won't have Bishop Bernard serving. He will leave, another man comes. So when that man comes, are we supporting that man as an individual. No, we're supporting the organization which he formed part of, and it will affect him as well. Once we support the institution, it will affect him as the leader there. But for now, I think supporting the institution is important.
Thank you very much. So those that are on the fence, those that were saying, oh, it's only related to SINKOR now, Brother Cole is saying we have changed. The whole dynamic is not just tailored only the SINKOR now. It's not the United Pentecostal Church of Liberia in totality. So if Dr. Benda is not there as superintendent, any other person come down, they're supposed to follow. So we're not doing it because Dr. Benda is the superintendent.
No.
As he's saying, we are doing it because we are looking at the institution as a whole. Dr. Benda will come, he will go. Another superintendent will take over. Then what happened? So, myself, I want to join Brother Cole. Those of you that are sitting on the fence, please come, join us. Let us put our hands together to help the organization back home. That's all we can do. Even what we're doing now, if we leave from here tomorrow, our church will still follow it. Yeah. Brother Cole will start today. Tomorrow, it may be another generation of people that will stay, carry on the torch, and then that support will continue to flow back home. So it's something we all can put our hands together and do. Now let us go to the second aspect of this show. Brother Cole.
Yes, sir.
What can you say about Dr. Benda's Silver Jubilee? Did we receive any invitation to be a part of it?
Yes. We received a communication from the Pastor Welfare Committee in Liberia. I think it's headed by Sis Wade or someone, but she always communicating with us. We receive a communication and then we agree as a body to support the Silver Jubilee. That is, there were figure certain amount on the communication. What we were capable of contributing, we settled with that. So we met as a body, and people were informed that every member is to collect certain amount as a donation towards the Silver Jubilee. And one time I did them, the committee, they were discussing some of the things I heard them discussing. It's not about just collecting the money and give it to the pastor, because the pastor, the Bishop Benda, is also involved with the conference center, trying to construct a new conference center or so. Some of the funds that he received, his heart is in the work to divert some of those funds towards the conference, the project over there. And on this note, because for me, I believe in people that will work visionary in short. So if you don't have a vision, it's tough for me to just follow you to support you with my physical catch. So once the individual has a vision and they call me, I see the need, I will support it. Like I said, I am there to help. Once I have the capacity, the vision I have is to help others, because I believe, Pastor Lloyd, if I help you today and you excel, I'm helping myself, because you will look down the line and say, oh, you know what, Brother Cole is part of my success. It may not impact me directly, maybe my children, some relatives of mine or friends. You say, you know what, this guy helping me, that's his son here. You're in an area, you say, okay, I'll recommend this boy to this job or something to benefit. So that belief, I have that, and it's just a reality. So those I would say I can't help the man, because if I help him, the man is excelling, I sitting down. No, help the other people. When you help them, you are helping yourself indirectly. So we received this communication. That's how we decided to support the vision, the Silver Jubilee.
Can you tell me what was the decision for the organization? How much we
members
pay, and how far have you gone with it?
Yeah, the organization we pledged to contribute $3,500 or $3,500. So the financial secretary, which is Brother Green, he's now on the show. He could give us a comprehensive report when it comes to the collection uh, of what we've been received or what he has received. But there are other people that are coming to make a contribution in few days from now or weeks. So I believe before the delegation leave for Monrovia or Liberia, we have that funds available to be going to Liberia. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't even call all of the other UPC member, because we're just discussing SINKOR issues. So there wasn't a need for the other guys to be part of that meeting. We didn't call them. We only gave them information about it.
So, is the do we have a delegation going for that silver jubilee?
Yes, sir. We have a delegation going. When we met last week, yeah, we have a delegation going that we met last week on our Zoom meeting. I think up to 7 or 8 people that are already known by the financial secretary that are going to Liberia. And these are some benefits that come with us coming together. So let's assume you have 7 or 8 people going to Liberia, maybe for a conference, a general conference. People will carry friends. Like I learned, you carrying a friend to Liberia. I could talk with a friend here. Hey man, let's go to Go Grace, my church conference. It's a national conference. Let's go and grace it. I can take a team of instrumentalists from here. We go there. You can take your friends, but when other people can take a group of people will go there as a delegation, maybe 15 to 20 people. We were there. We experienced this thing from the missionary will go there and send for people. The people preach, and they just preach about Jesus heaven. After the people need to be maintained. So if we go as group of Liberians, Brother Lord, you can't go over there and you go pay $1 offering. I know you are very supportive. So if you're going to spend a week there or maybe 3 day services, if you decide, okay, I will give offering of $50 every night, $150, Amadou says the same thing. You carry 15 people that contribute $50 times 15, or $50 times 3, that 150 times 15 people. That's a lot of money that the conference never had before. And the conference wouldn't have gotten that money from inviting American or white people to go there. They just put that one man offering, that's it. But the people that don't know what it takes to do work over there. They are our people, they are our brothers, our sisters, our parents, our children. So when we get there, we're going to what? Support the conference. We're going to be involved fully. When you see the need, you say, you know what? When I go to America, this person has a need. Okay, I'll get to Bishop Bena. This person, man, the guy need XYZ. How can we help this group of people? How can we help these people? You're going to help. But an individual, I don't know nobody that when they get there, the first thing, their perception about African, their perception about Liberian. So they get there, they only focus to be with the bishop because he is they are guests to the bishop. They're not going to the other people around there. So it's important to come together as a body. When we go there, we make impact. It's not that you're going to put a show, but you know the needs of the people. So you're going to support the work. When you get there, there will be ideas. Pastors will meet you. Your brothers are there. Your sisters, everyone in ministry. You will see needs all over that the institution can come to those needs of the people.
And so, whatsoever contribution will it be done as a group or it will be done on a chapter basis?
No, right now, like we said earlier, is as a group, the SINKOR UPC diaspora membership. That's the group. Any other person that collecting money or that may have collected money, we don't know about them. It's unofficial. Maybe they collect it and then they come to the body. But if they're collecting it as a unit, we are not aware. So what we're collecting, what we know of here is the 3,500 that we making contribution to.
This what is our Jubilee all about? Can you say something concerning Dr. Bena? What are we celebrating him?
Yeah, I may not be go in depth, but Bishop BENDA have served the United Pentecostal Church for a lengthy period. We were there when Bishop Stewart appointed him. At the time, he used to come preach our revival service. A fiery preacher. When you come to the revival service, the preacher would say, we want him back. He was appointed. He have served there for a lengthy period. So I think the church back home, because we don't live in Liberia again, we over here, the church decided to celebrate him for the length of time that he has spent there, so that they can show some level of appreciation, because he served them for a lengthy period of time. Those of us that were there, he's a people person. When I was there working in the church, his salary, I was taking pay for his salary, so I benefited from that. He touched a lot of people lives, those in Liberia and outside of Liberia. So on this note, I want to believe the church have decided to celebrate him. I wish the chairperson for the pastor welfare committee would have been on this call. They could better help. But just from a little information I gathered based on the communication that came to us, that's what I'm speaking of. So they decided to celebrate him and just tell him, when we love you for the time you have spent with us and for the level of work that you have done. To be realistic, he has done a whole lot, because when we were there, we were worshiping. We go to conferences, we're using tent. The rain falling, people running to get under the tent so that you can't be wet, or say we're sitting on reed. He came, he took over. He said, you know what? Let's upgrade from reed. They're using chairs. So from bench down that the court will read, those people are using the interior. They got away from those things and they are using chairs. He said, he thought about it, he said, you know what? We got land here. Why can't we build a conference center? So they are working towards the conference center. So all of those things are I think they are meaningful development that he's undertaking the project. That's a huge project. So while we're coming together, I guess they are using plastic chairs. So as time goes by, we have good chairs here. When we come together, we have there's a need. We say, you know what? Now you people been sitting on plastic chairs. We'll transition. You people will upgrade to sanctuary chairs. That will also help as well. But he's been doing a great job there in the church. To be a leader is a tough thing. It's very tough.
25 years, 25
Yeah.
years, Brother Cole.
Yeah,
Can you, I know you are not close with the authority, but can you just give us some accomplishment of Dr. Bena as pastor for 25 years for single UPC? You can name him that you can think on.
Yeah, I will give you a little bit, and then I will suggest you as well, because you work with Bishop Bena. You work with your secretary of, of that great church. I will give you a little bit, then you can add on to that. When Bishop Bena took over to admit, there were people, and I would say it's human nature. There are people say, "Oh no, where the man coming from? No, we don't want him." But again, that's human nature because he came from nowhere. So when I see people talking, "Oh, you're just supporting one person," it is God already appointed him. They appointed him. He came from. He was not in no church closer there. He came and he began to what? To lead. He encouraged people. Look, you guys, you want to work with me? You got to go to school. You got to be educated because education will broaden your mind. When you are educated, no man can take your head and just put it on your feet. He encouraged people to go. That's one aspect he worked with the people to do. So he set up a structure, a system in SINKOR that make the job much more easier, a smooth working relationship. You have every auxiliary, you will have a coordinator from a board department. The structure was laid. That's an advancement in his own leadership style. He set up all of those things. People that work in this area, you make sure if you do especially work that you are hired to get paid, you will get paid. You improve the school. The school was improved, advanced, and things that I've left Liberia over 15 years. So I don't want to go too far. Then I begin to say incorrect things. So I will put the ball in your court. You work with him directly as a secretary. What are some of those things you can think about?
Yeah, uh, I myself am a beneficiary of his benevolence. Work with I think 7 years as secretary to him. Can you imagine? No assistant pastor, and but this man handled the affair of the church. I don't know. I don't know where his strength come from. I really don't know. And one time I was asking, I said, "How you get all your messages?" Because you know what I mean. 25 years, you preach every Sunday. So one time I asked him, I said, "Where you get message from?" He said, "Ah." When I asked him to preach, where you get one from? But as you said, he put structure system into place. And if Pastor Bernard, the day you leave SINKOR, anybody takes SINKOR, everything's already in place. It's just like walking into something that is already made. And SINKOR was not ready like that because we all were very small. We grew up there from our baby time. We grew up there and we saw the way it was. And from the time you took the church over 25 years ago, and if you go back now and you see spiritually, you got to take the church for another level. And where that 7 day fasting, 3 day dry fast, you remember where the 3 day
I went
dry
one of
fast,
the 3 days, I almost died.
and he made fasting look so common now. For people that before when it started, I could say, "But what kind of man say what can us 3 day dry fast?" And but now when it coming out, everybody like comfortable with it, and on the spiritual aspect, a lot of souls that have been saved. His radio broadcasts, and have gone nationwide, even international. People listen to the Hour of Power broadcast, and there are a lot of things you talk about the school, and look, his achievements are just enormous when it comes to what he has done for the SINKOR United Pentecostal Church up to present. And when I go there almost every year, you go back home, you feel at home. You see the membership have grown from what we had before. You have a full church almost every Sunday, uh, to capacity of the people all in the hallway, all upstairs, and full with people. So he has done a lot that he needs to be, you know, the Bible says, I think it's Timothy, I think First Second Timothy, the elder that rules well, is worthy of double honor.
Yes,
So I
sir.
think he deserve that 25 years. SINKOR Church with all the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Even one time I got so mad when I thought I'd be secretary again. So what thing? I thought the pot talking too much. He said, if that was the case, they must say, yeah. Whenever you are frustrated, you go to it will just make you laugh. But man, go back and say that, man. and so when you told us that you received an invitation from the Pastor Welfare Committee concerning the Silver Jubilee, they were inviting people from here to go, and, and we're so excited. We're so excited. And so Brother Cole, what the last question? Go almost there. So when is this Silver Jubilee? When is it?
It's January 18th is the celebration. January 18th of 2026. That's the celebration of the Jubilee. So I think it's going to be a very big program that gets from here going. People in Liberia and other areas, I believe, will be gracing that occasion. It's a big program for the bishop, and like you said, he has done a lot. And what I would love to tell our Liberians, only one person can lead at a time. And one of the things that people, a lot of people haven't grabbed, uh, is their purpose. If you know your purpose, why you on earth, you won't envy anyone, because what God called you to do here, what God put you here to do, that why you gravitate towards. Instead of me coming to fight Brother Lloyd for his achievement or for what he's doing, if I identify my purpose, that purpose will lead me to do things with respect to what God put me here for. So it's important, man. I think he needs to be celebrated. He needs to be celebrated. And to the Liberians that are in exile, those of us in the US, Europe, and other areas, there's a need for us to support the work. I know people will say, well, the people enjoying, even those of us that are here, if you don't do well, you will still suffer here. If you don't put your act together, you will still struggle. There are Americans that are born here that's suffering more than you and myself. That's a country here because they are not doing the right thing. So they suffer. So it's like you go into Liberia. I was telling a brother the other day, we are blessed with the soil in our country. Our land is very fertile. If you plant anything, you don't have to put fertilizer, it will just grow. So someone myself were talking about pastors in the interior and those in the city. There are two different areas. The man in the city has some level of advantage. I agree. However, the man in the interior too have some resources that they can work with to be able to generate funding. It's just how you're going to put your eye together and be able to maximize whatsoever things God gave you to be able to work in and succeed. I believe everywhere you find yourself, there are some sort of resource out there that God put there for you to work with and be able to make life better for yourself. But it has to do with your own mind. If you don't think, you can't get it done. So it's important. We encourage everyone to really rally hands around and we support the work, man.
So those from SINKOR that are here, what is the contribution protocol?
Per
Because
person,
you said January 18 is the
yeah,
program and today is December 28, so we got
we
like
got 3 more
20
weeks.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're supposed to be contributing at least $200 per person, donating $200 per person. Yeah,
So
but I'm
what
optimistic that before that time,
so
the
what do
money.
you want to do? What do you want to do now? Encourage people, those that have not contributed, those that have not donate, give any donation yet to start to make it, because the 18 is around here. As soon as we
Yeah,
end this week,
we
the
have
18 is
been
around
calling
here.
people individually because there are some people don't attend meeting because of job schedule. Other people get up work. They're so tired. We've been calling people individually that, hey, you need to make your contribution. The thing here is that's why we say it's not about us. It's about the people. If you feel that Bishop Ben had impacted your life one way or the other through preaching, through personal contribution, or through some spiritual authority, no one have to really be your back to donate to or what it costs. You're going to donate. So we want to encourage people to see the need of supporting. But I don't think so much, because he and I talked when he came. We talked. He said, "Brother Cole, it's not so much about the contribution, but I need you guys there." So he won some of his members present on the program instead of just people thinking about the catch. The catch is important, but what he needs is he needs a representation from overseas. And that also going to make him to be happy, because these are people that he pastored. I remember one service he preached that day. He said, all those who want to travel, come stay, I will pray for you. So that day, Darrell sit down and said, Darrell said, my man, you ready to travel now? I said, I'm going. You want to travel, go sit down on the other side. So we came and he prayed. The number of people that have traveled overseas that are in the US. And one thing go back to reflect on. We didn't come here by mistake. Even whether those of us that want the DV, that's the means by which God wanted you to come. The fact that we here, God planted us here, is for a purpose, a specific purpose. I always love to reflect on the story of Joseph. When Joseph's brother saw him, he went to exile and other things. He was there to prepare. Now we came up, we are a lot. With the number here, if we have about 50 people that say, you know what, there's 50 or even 25, we say, let's put our art together. That work. We can do exploit in Liberia, because the church there does not have international support. It's local now, right? We have people here of very expertise that when we begin to work together, and we're talking about Vera era. We have Dr. John Davis here. He's in the education area. He's in the school district. In the US here, the books are used every year. They change the books.
Even their computers.
Yeah, the textbooks. So that they were in education. So we say, okay, you know what? If it doesn't happen overnight. When we begin to make an impact in the lives of the people, we go to them. It's a working relationship. You know what, UPCL, is it possible that we'll have a school system wherein all UPC schools under one umbrella? Now Amaluko, I'm here. The other church here, no support. The school stranded. All the schools under one umbrella. All of the schools are well built, well structured. Books are here every year. New books. So Dr. David may not give you the physical catch, but he will give you the contact to get books, new textbooks. We take those textbooks and ship it to Liberia for the school. So it's a whole lot of things that we can do. You have people from various areas. There's a brother that I know everything. We won't even talk on this show, but we'll meet later and discuss some of those issues. So it's important for us to work together. It won't take out of your resources if you just take certain amount. You say, you know what, this for UPCL. It will touch the lives of people that you may have never seen. And you will be there, say, I am satisfied because I have done this. And one of the things that when I used to listen to Bishop Benda, when we send support, he said, Brother Cole and his group, I didn't used to like it. The reason is, I didn't want people to say that Brother Cole is a group of people. It's an institution. So if other people got upset, they said they're leaving the group because The bishop when they call him, one or two, he called me and called Hamilton. I said, man, I had to call. I said, man said, I even want the bishop to just call my name. I said, that's why I took one time I took phone and called the bishop. I said, Bishop, it's a SINKOR United Pentecostal Diaspora Group. So Nelson, don't call my name. So you see how people, take things. It's not that it's an individual, it's about group of people. So it's important, man. We can do a lot more, Pastor Lloyd, a whole lot more we can do it.
Thank you very, very much. Is there any other thing you want to say concerning the Jubilee? And so we can close up. We're going almost 10 minutes over our time.
Yeah, yeah. I will speak with the Secretary Treasurer because he's that man been close with missionary. He know about church business to get with the committee. We communicate with them to tell them the total number of people that will be coming there, what accommodation they have, if they have. I know everyone will have made plan with respect to where they want to be, what they want to do, but so that the committee can know the number of people that are going. Maybe some people don't want to tell people that are going and they will be there. So to give them the basic information before January 18th of 2026. And in fact, I spoke with the bishop regarding the organization. Unofficially, I told him because we communicate with the church officially through document that we have transcended from this to this. However, SINKOR is our DNA. When SINKOR in need, we can say come personally and send something there. But I believe the organization is, when we support the organization, they fed everybody. He and I talking, I told me, I said, yeah, we have decided to make it holistic, the national. So other people decided to come on board, which of course is important. There's a need. We want to work with other people. We got to be able to open up to them with idea, and he embraced it. He embraced it. So his piece of advice was, man, whatever support you people can come up with, we appreciate it, and we're praying with you people to do whatever you can. We just need unity, Brother Lord. Once we come together, we are united. We can do exploit. Like we said earlier, that's our people, that's our country. So we know what affect them, what they need, what the Liberians can do that will be impactful to our people.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Cole. So we are encouraging all those from SINKOR in the diaspora to support this Silver Jubilee comes the 18th of January. And if you can go, man, just go when 1 week, 2 weeks, go and spend it there and be part of the Jubilee. I know that, as I said, they are saying it will be a very big program, and the bishop will be looking out to see all his former and current members that are there. And as per the course, that will be a happy thing if you can see everybody, in there celebrating. 25 years is not something small. All that 25 years, I think I spent 7 years there with him. Okay, as secretary there. So it's something, and some of us were who we are today because of his training in ministry and everything. Most of the time when we're doing ministerial training, you will say, I'm training you to be pastor of the church, or so when you're thinking, oh, you're wasting your time. He said God will call you guys different areas. And yet we find ourselves way here in the United States, stay in ministry. So we want to give God the glory for that. And so we are encouraging as many persons that can. And also, in as much as we want your person who also want your contribution, we are already commit ourselves to a certain amount, and the committee will be looking out for that amount. So if you're hearing us, please make sure you meet Brother Wayne. And if any chapter collect anything, no problem, collect it. Make sure to turn it over to the central body, Brother Wayne and Brother Cole, who are heading us for now with the chaplain and all of those people that are acting, sharing this thing. So, any last, Brother Cole, then we close.
Well, I want to appreciate you for having me as a guest on your show. I don't take it lightly to invite me on your show. So again, I say I appreciate you, and I'm always available whenever you need me to come on your show to discuss. I'm available.
Thank you very. I'll be calling you. I'll be calling you soon next year for worship because you are a music minister. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I will come. I get a topic. I will send it to you, so you can look at it. Then we'll be bringing you on, so you can tell us the importance of worship when it comes to the church, because that's your area. All the time, been knowing you. That's your. I wish you were in Indiana anyway, but you're all the way in.
In Dallas, Texas. You want me to come to Indiana? Man, I used to Texas now, so to come to Indiana will be difficult because Indiana is you live in Dallas and going to Liberia, the place just looks small. Yeah, very big state.
I know. Okay, my man. Thank you very much. And then we will see again. Do we have another meeting before the trip to Liberia?
Yeah, we'll have to schedule a meeting hopefully for next Sunday, so
Okay.
we can meet. Yeah, we need to be meeting frequently before the trip to meet before the trip to Liberia, and it's a good thing. Once we come together, man, we will be able to be reaching our people to and fro. Thank you again.
Thank you, Brother Cole. God bless you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for watching. We have Brother Amaluko, who is the acting chairman of UPBITHUSA. It's an organization that asks us to come and promote the organization, and also the upcoming Silver Jubilee for the Bishop, Dr. BENDA. And we'll see you next week for another topic. And God bless you. Have a good day.